Hello, mic testing. Hello, hello, mic testing. One, two, three, four. Hello, 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 hello. Hello students, welcome to Trunkie Academy, and today we will study about the angiosperm. Last 2 days we studied about the different groups of plants, okay, that is about the algae, thallophyta, bryophyta, pteridophyta, okay, and gymnosperm, okay. So till yesterday we studied about up to gymnosperm, and today we'll study about the angiosperm, okay. So So, like I told you yesterday, uh, there are two main divisions in plants, that is phanerogames and cryptogames. Okay, so cryptogames. Hello. Okay, angiosperm are the highly evolved plant. Angiosperm are highly evolved. Okay, and as compared to gymnosperm, they have got more specialized. Uh, they have got more specialized vascular system, and they produce seeds, and the seeds are well within the fruit. Okay, so first we will study that what are the different characteristic features of angiosperm, and then we will study about the differences between the uh, angiosperm and gymnosperm. Okay, so these are the actually, like I told you yesterday, in the course of evolution, when the very small plants, primitive plants, algae were evolved, there was no differentiation of leaves, roots, and stems. And when bryophytes were evolved, okay, these plants were also lacking the roots, stems, and leaves. In pteridophytes, roots, stems, and leaves were evolved, and some vascular tissue was also found. Okay, and after this pteridophyte, gymnosperm produce seeds, but the seeds are naked; they are not found within the fruit, so they are called naked seeded plant. And in case of angiosperm, these are the well-developed plant with seeds within the fruit. Okay, and these are the vascular plants like gymnosperm. So angiosperms are vascular plant with roots, stems, and leaves. Okay, seeds of angiosperms are found in flower, in a flower. So that means when the flower will be fertilized and it will changes to fruit, so that means the seeds will be found within the fruit. Okay, so seeds of the angiosperm are found in the flower. The seeds of angiosperm are found in flower, fruit. Okay, so fertilized. So this is the definition. These are the vascular plants, and they are well evolved and well specialized as compared to other lower group of plants like gymnosperm, pteridophytes, bryophytes, thallophytes, etc. Okay. Now, general characteristic features we'll see. Okay, all plants have flowers because they are phanerogames and they are called flowering plants. So all flowers have, all plants, all members of these angiosperm have flowers. Okay, all plants have flower, whether it is very small plant, herbs, or like bushy plant, like a medium sized shrub, or a tall tree plant. Okay, so all they have the flower. Okay, so all plants have flowers at some stage. So all plants, all angiospermic plants or plants have flowers at some stage. At some stage. Okay, in their life. The flowers are since reproductive part of the plant, so they bear the genetic information. They bear the male and female gamete and the genetic information that is passed to next offspring. Okay, after reproduction. Sporophyte is differentiated into the sporophyte. Phyte is differentiated into stems, roots, and leaves. Into stems, roots, and leaves. So that means the vegetative part of the plant body. Okay, these are differentiated into stem, roots, and leaves. The vascular system has true vessels. The vascular system means the xylem, phloem, the vascular tissue. The vascular system has true vessels. Like we observed in case of the pteridophytes, okay, the true vessels or the vessels of the xylem is missing. Okay, is not present. There are 4 elements of xylem tissue. Okay, xylem, trachea, vessel, fibers, etc. So in case of this angiosperm, it is, since these are highly evolved, the vascular system is well specialized and evolved. Okay, so vessel, true vessel is present. Okay, and companion cell is present in phloem, like we didn't find in case of the gymnosperm. Pteridophytes, companion cell are missing, but here in case of angiosperm and companion cells are present in phloem. Okay. The ovules. Now we know that there are different parts of the flowers, and androecium, gynoecium, calyx, and corolla. These are the 4 different whorls of the plant, and out of these, androecium is the male part of the flower, and gynoecium is the female reproductive part. Androecium means the stamen, the pollen grain. Okay, and the gynoecium means, I told you that the carpel, the ovary, okay, and the style and the stigma, where the pollen grains are at. Stigma is the part, the terminal region of the carpel where pollen grains are uh, attached, and from there it goes into the ovary. So ovules are enclosed in the ovary. This is the important feature. The ovules are enclosed in the ovary at the base of carpel, okay, or megasporophyll, okay, that is the flower. Megasporophyll, female megasporophyll. Female reproductive part is the megasporophyll. Microsporophyll means the male reproductive part. Okay, angiosperms are heterospores, produce two kinds of spores: microspores, pollen grain, and the megaspores. Okay, so angiosperms are heterospores. Angiosperms are heterospores. Heterosporous. Okay, that is, they produce two kinds of spores. Okay, so the one is the microspores, pollen grain, and megaspores. Microspores and pollen, megaspores. Okay. Now, another point is the sporophyte is diploid. Yes. So when we say, like in our body, the cells or tissues of the all body parts, okay, like its muscles, skin, different organ, glands, liver, kidney, etc. These are the somatic cells. Okay, like somatic cells in our body. In case of the vegetative cells, these are the we call that diploid. Okay, we have got 46 chromosomes, 23 pairs of chromosomes found in the cell. But in case of sperm cell and ovum or egg cell, we find only 23. So that is n number, haploid. Okay. But in case of plants, diploid number is found in, that is the sporophyte means leaves, stem, roots, etc. Sporophyte. And in case of this the gametes, the pollen, microspores, and the female gamete will find the n number, that is the haploid number of chromosomes. Okay. So that means sporophyte is diploid. Sporophyte is diploid. Okay. And another important feature of the angiosperm is that they can survive on different kinds of habitat, and they have evolved and adapted to different kinds of habitat. And as we have seen, so angiosperms are found all over the plant. All the different types of angiosperms are can survive, and they grow in different types of habitat. So all different types of the angiosperms can survive variety of habitat. Okay, in cold climate, okay, in hot climate, okay, or in desert type of habitat, or in case of the very moist kind of soil, or in case of the very high altitude, okay, where there is the temperature is very low, okay, or where the air or wind is very humid, or the air is very dry, okay, or where the temperature is very high, or where the soil is very saline, okay, or the soil has become supplied with or the saline water has been absorbed by the soils of that particular habitat. So all the different kinds of habitat we find the angiospermic plant can survive and they grow well. So they are adapted in different types of habitat. Okay, then another point, important point. Okay, now the angiosperm the process of fertilization is quicker in case of this angiospermic plant. Okay, the process of fertilization is quicker, fast in angiosperm. They have developed some mechanism and well adapted for the sexual reproduction, and fertilization is quicker in angiosperm. So when we compare with the gymnosperm or other group of primitive or lower group of plant, we find that these angiospermic plant have all the advanced feature. Okay, so that means angiosperm plants are the most advanced group of plants in the plant kingdom. The fertilization is faster, quicker to ensure the rapid reproduction, and there is a well decorated flowers with colorful petals are present to attract the insects, bees, okay, flies, etc. for pollination. Okay, and some other method or other mode of pollination is also found, where we find the pollination is done by the blowing of wind, the anemophily, okay, or by insects, that is the entomophily. So all these features, the advanced features, makes these angiospermic plant superior than the other group of plants. Okay, even in the conduction, the vascular system is well developed, and we see the conduction of water is more specialized and faster as compared to other group of plant. Okay, the tissue of the xylem is more evolved and has got the true vessel. Okay, there is companion cell in phloem to ensure the easy and efficient movement and translocation of the different substances or manufactured food. Okay, and these plants have the a very well adapted in different types of habitat, and the reproduction, for the reproduction there is distinct male and female gamete, and the stigma of the carpel or the female reproductive part is from where these pollen grains gets stuck. Okay, after pollination, there it forms a pollen tube and goes to the ovary, and there it finds the ovules. It finds the female gamete and fertilizes. Okay, and after the fertilization, when zygote is formed, the flower changes into fruit. Okay, and this ovary changes into flower changes, the fruit is formed, and ovary forms the ovules from the seeds of the fruit. Okay, so all these different features shows that these are the most advanced group of plants in plant kingdom. Okay, so now we will compare with other the gymnosperm. In gymnosperm, we studied yesterday that these are the naked seeded plant. The seeds are not within the fruit. Okay, seeds are not covered. So gymnosperms are also called naked seeded plants. But in case of angiosperm, we see that it is well within a fruit. So this is the advanced feature. Okay, even in case of the leaves, the roots, and the stems also, we'll find the tissues. Okay, and the structures are well developed. And when you go to your higher classes, from 9 to your higher classes, then we'll study about in more detail the advanced features, how the angiosperms are more advanced and they have got advanced features as compared to other lower group of plants. Okay, So now we will come to the little bit of classification, then we'll move to the comparison. Okay. So angiospermic plants are they belongs to group of flowering plants that is called phanerogames, and this has got two main division, that is the monocotyledons and dicotyledons. So angiosperm plants are divided into two categories. So first one is the monocotyledons. Monocotyledons. And second one is the dicotyledons. Okay, and remember that monocotyledons means the plants which bear fruit with the seeds which has only one seed leaves. Okay, that means the maize, okay, or maize grain. So that bears only one seed leaf. So that is called monocotyledon. But in case of the bean seeds, we find the two seed leaves. Okay, so that is called your dicotyledons. Okay, having seed. And the important feature, without seeing the seeds, without observing the seeds, by looking at the plants or leaves of the plants also, we can know that this is a monocotyledonous plant or dicotyledonous plant. Leaves of the monocotyledonous plants has a parallel venetion, the veins that is present in the so for example, if they have got a long leaf of maize, we find that there is the parallel venation. Okay, parallel venation like this. Parallel venation. The leaf veins are arranged parallelly. But in case of the dicotyledonous plants, which has the leaf and the midribs are there, the stalk of the leaf, then there will have the different branches. Okay, different branches spreaded all over the lamina of the leaf. This is called lamina of the leaf. Lamina. Okay, and this is the stalk and this is the midrib, the middle one. Okay, and the main portion is called the lamina. So we find a branch. Okay, the veins of the leaves are spread all over the lamina. So this is called reticulate venation. And in case of the monocotyledons, it is a parallel venation. So here we find the parallel venation. And here we find the reticulate venation. So monocotyledonous plant will have reticulate venation. Okay, and in case of monocotyledon, it is the parallel venation. Okay, so that means the two groups, the two main division of these angiospermic plants are the monocotyledonous and the dicotyledonous plants. Monocotyledonous plants will have the parallel venations, and these dicotyledonous plants will have the reticulate venations. Okay, so again within this angiosperm, dicotyledonous plants are more evolved and more advanced than the monocotyledonous plants. And again within this dicotyledonous plant, there are different families of plants like Labiaceae, and then Brassicaceae, then is the Asteraceae. Okay, and then is the what we call this Cruciferae, or there is a different Malvaceae. Okay, different families of different of the group. The families are there within this dicotyledon, and among the different families, the most advanced family is the Asteraceae, or previously it was called Compositae. Okay, so most advanced is the Asteraceae, and this is the or Compositae. Okay, Asteraceae. Okay, Asteraceae. So the earlier it was used to Compositae. Okay. There are so many other families are there like Lamiaceae, Brassicaceae. Okay, and out of these Asteraceae means the plants like sunflower. Okay, which has got a specialized kind of flower, and the flower structure is little complex. In case of this monocotyledonous, okay, the different families are like, the examples are grass, maize, okay, the rice paddy, okay, or wheat, etc. And among these, there are so many different plants, and as compared to the monocotyledonous, dicotyledonous plants are more evolved and advanced. Okay, so these are the two main division of the angiospermic plant, monocotyledonous and dicotyledonous. Okay, now we will come to the point that what are the other important features that we have. I told you the first one is the single cotyledon. Number was the single cotyledon. Cotyledon. Number two, parallel venation. Parallel venation. Okay. Number three will be adventitious roots. They have adventitious root. You know what is adventitious root? Taproot adventitious. The branches, they start right from the base of the plant. Okay, and in case of taproot system, there is a main root. Okay, then there is a small branches coming out of the main root. Okay, so but in case of adventitious root, the branches are formed right after from the base of the plant, adventitious root. Okay, it has closed vascular bundle. So this is one of the important feature. Have closed vascular bundle. Vascular bundle. That means the vascular system, okay, is closed. Vascular bundle is closed, and in case of the the dicotyledonous plants, it is open. Now about the dicotyledonous, we will write two seed leaves or two cotyledons, two seed leaves, or cotyledons, like we find in case of the beans, gram, okay, pea plant, etc. Okay, and in case of this here, it is the examples are the banana, sugar cane, okay, then the lilies, then we have got grass, or then we have got rice, then wheat, okay, etc. Here we have got examples are pea plant, beans. Okay, there are so many different varieties of plants are there. Grapes, then the sunflower, etc. Okay, the root system, like I told you, single cotyledon and parallel venation, they have got adventitious root in case of the monocotyledonous. In case of dicotyledonous, a taproot system is found. Taproot. So this is the difference between the monocotyledonous and dicotyledonous. Taproot system. Okay, and here is they have the reticulate venation. I have already told you reticulate venation. Okay, then vascular bundles are organized in rings. Vascular bundles are organized in rings. Okay, so that means these are the differences between monocotyledonous and dicotyledonous plants. Okay, so angiosperm, as I told you, this is the most advanced group of plant in plant kingdom, the most primitive with its very small body, without any differentiation of roots, stem and leaves, are the thallophytes that we studied as algae. Okay, and we find this grow only in aquatic habitat. Okay, where the water is continuously flowing, they require the water for reproduction and the development. So that is the thallophyta or algae. The next little higher group right after this algae are the bryophytes, which have the very small structure like algae, but they are little advanced, and some leaf-like structure, small leaf-like structure are found, and they grow in moist and shady places. Okay, and the pteridophytes are the next group of plant. I told you whenever you are studying that, you please keep in mind the evolution. Okay, the steps of evolution, how these plants were evolved or animals were evolved. So always when you correlate with the evolution, so it will be easy for you to remember because you are comparing with other groups of plants and animals. So next group after the bryophytes were pteridophytes, which developed roots, stem and leaves, which are not found in bryophyte and algae or thallophytes. Okay, so these pteridophytes for the first time they evolved or they formed the roots, stems and leaves, but the vascular system was not much specialized like gymnosperm and angiosperm, and these plants are like examples of fern. And after that, okay, the plant group which evolved is the gymnosperm, also called naked seeded plant. They bear seeds, but the seeds are not within the fruit like angiosperm. Okay, they have woody stem. Okay, and the leaves are conical and thick, and they some of the plants, even like cycas, they are represented as the living fossil. And in case of angiosperm, being the most advanced in the plant kingdom, they have got specialized features. They have got more specialized and advanced vascular system. Companion cells are present in the phloem, and the xylem vessels is true xylem vessels are found, and the xylem is more efficient in conducting the cell sap or water dissolved with minerals. Okay, and phloem is also specialized in conducting different substances or translocation of foods or manufactured foods, which is synthesized in the green parts or leaves of the plant body. Now, these angiosperm has got another very important feature, that is they have got the flowers which has got distinct male and female organ, and these produce male and female gametes. Fertilization is faster after pollination. Pollination takes place by different modes, different means, that is by winds or insects like honeybees or flies, okay, other insects, etc., and also by wind. And some flowers which are aquatic, angiosperm plant, it may takes place by the flow of water also, that is called hydrophily. Okay, and the pollination that takes place by wind, it's called anemophily, and the pollination which takes place with the help of the different insects, bees, flies, etc., this is called entomophily. Okay, so these flowers have got a well differentiated structure like androecium, gynoecium, and calyx and corolla. Calyx means the sepals, the green leaf-like structure at the base of the flower, and the corolla means the petals, and which are in different colors to attract the insects, bees, flies, etc., for pollination. Okay, these angiosperm plants are in two main divisions, that is monocotyledonous and dicotyledonous. Monocotyledonous means having only one seed leaf, and in case of dicotyledonous there is two seed leaves or two cotyledon like gram, pea, beans, etc. Okay, sunflower, grapes, etc. In case of this monocotyledonous plant, the leaves are having the parallel venescence, and in case of dicotyledonous, it has got reticulate venation, the like different like net-like veins are spreaded all over the lamina of the leaf. Okay, and in case of this the monocotyledonous plants, the root is adventitious. They are just having this. For example, if you look at the onion or is it at the base, you'll find this. The roots are like this. Okay, like this. Okay, this is called adventitious root. So if this is the onion and if this is the structure, so you'll find this is forming the adventitious root. Okay, but in case of taproot system, if this is the soil level and this is a taproot, so it will form one branch, and then from the branch the root hairs are there, and there is one single branch. So this will have one main root. This is called taproot system. One main root will be there, and from there the different branches will be formed. So that is called taproot system, which is found in dicotyledonous. So monocotyledonous and dicotyledonous we compare, then you'll find dicotyledonous plants are more evolved again among the angiospermic plant. So dicotyledonous had advanced features than monocotyledonous plants, and like we have we observed all these features. Okay, the vascular bundle is closed in case of the monocotyledonous plants. Okay, and but in case of the ring like the branches, they are in groups. In the ring like you find the vascular bundle is found in case of angiospermic plant. Okay, so all these features are there with the in angiosperm and monocotyledonous and dicotyledonous plants. So, and if you compare this gymnosperm and angiosperm, then we'll find there are certain features which is very clearly different from the angiosperm. And in case of this angiosperm, like most important one is the gymnosperm or naked seeded plant, but whereas in case of the angiosperm, it is the not naked seeded. The seeds are present inside the fruit. Okay, so seed produced by flowering plants and enclosed within the ovary in case of the angiosperm. So this will first will compare and write few important points or difference between the angiosperm and gymnosperm. So in case of angiosperm, and here you will write the gymnosperm. Seed is produced, the most important and distinct prominent difference by flowering plant. And is enclosed within an ovary. Within an ovary. Okay. Seed is produced. The seed is produced by non-flowering plants. Non-flowering plants and are unenclosed and are naked and not enclosed. Okay. In case of one of this angiosperm, another important interesting feature is the life cycle is seasonal. Life cycle of this life cycle is seasonal. Okay. I mean in winter season. These plants are evergreen. These are evergreen. So that's why you find some conical in forest. If you go the high altitude, you find that they are evergreen. Okay, throughout the year. Okay. Leaves are flat in shape. Leaves are flat in shape. Okay. Leaves are scale-like. Leaves are scale-like and needle-like in shape and needle-like in shape. Okay. So this is another important point, very interesting point, is the hardwood type. Hardwood type. The wood is very hard. Okay, hardwood type. The stems is hardwood type, and here is a softwood type. Softwood type. Okay. So these are the important features that we find in case when you compare between the angiosperm and gymnosperm. Seed is produced by flowering plants, okay, and it is enclosed within the ovary, okay. In the fruit, we find within the fruit, okay. In case of gymnosperm, seed is produced non-flowering. This is in the non-flowering, so we find these are the seeds are also not enclosed and it's naked. Life cycle is seasonal, okay. Like it will the fruits or the different flowers will be produced in different seasons, okay, in seasonal. But these gymnosperm are evergreen. In case of angiosperm, leaves are flat. We see like in simple, as we have seen, this is the this kind of simple typical leaf-like structure. You see, no? So this is the structure that we find in case of the angiosperm. But in case of the gymnosperm, leaves are thick, conical, dark green, and it has some cuticle. Okay, like in some conical forest and conical trees you find. Okay, so that leaves are scale-like or needle-like, and they are thick. Okay, not like as we find in angiosperm. Wood is very hard. Like in case of this angiospermic plant, the wood is the xylem tissue which is there, or the wood that is there is very hard. But in case of the gymnospermic plant, the wood is soft wood. Okay, soft wood type. So these are the some differences between angiosperm and gymnosperm. And as I told you that, so there are four groups: Thallophyta, Bryophyta, gymnosperm, and angiosperm. These are the four groups. Okay, so if you divide into two broad divisions, that is the cryptogams and phanerogams. Okay, non-flowering plants and flowering plants. Okay, in case of the this angiosperm, we have got monocotyledonous and dicotyledonous. Okay, so angiosperm being the highly evolved, highly specialized from the all other lower group of plants in plant kingdom. Okay, so this was all about the angiosperm and the features and their comparison between the with the gymnosperm group of plant. And also we studied about the what are the difference and comparison between the monocotyledonous plants and dicotyledonous plant. Okay, so after the class we will send you the one daily practice paper like we are sending. Okay, past more than 1 week. So you will go through that. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to go to the academic booster. Okay, and click on the resources, and then click on the writing material, and there you will find the DPP. So you download that, answer the questions, and send back to us for evaluation and checking the answer. Then we'll send you the remarks that how you have done the DPP. Okay, so thank you for joining and listening today, and tomorrow again we will join at the same time with another new topic. Thank you for joining. Till then, goodbye. Okay.